Hello trainers, welcome back to Poke Patrol. The Sinnoh Throwback Challenge Special Research has just gone live, and like with the previous 3 weeks, I wanted to do a video going over each of the steps, letting you know what all the rewards and encounters are. So without further ado, let's jump right on into Step 1. For Step 1, you'll need to catch 3 Grass, Water, or Fire-type Pokemon, power up a Pokemon, and take a snapshot of a Rock-type Pokemon. For catching 3 Grass, Water, or Fire-type Pokemon, there are plenty of Chimchar, Piplup, and Turtwig spawning, so this shouldn't be an issue. For powering up a Pokemon, I would recommend a Pokemon with a low CP, or a Pokemon you need for PvP anyway, so you don't use too much Stardust or Candy unnecessarily. And for taking a snapshot of a Rock-type Pokemon, it's just as simple as that, taking a snapshot of a Rock-type Pokemon. If you try and take a snapshot during an encounter, it will not work, or at least it hasn't been working. So I'd recommend going into your Pokemon you've already caught and just searching for Rock-type Pokemon and taking a snapshot of one of them. This should work for you. After you finish these 3 tasks, you'll be rewarded with 10 Pokeballs, 500 Stardust, and an encounter with a Burmy. Its form will be random, but all 3 forms can be shiny. Once you catch the Burmy, you can move on to the final set of rewards for this step, which is 1 Pineapple Berry, 2 Raspberries, and an encounter with a Cranidos, which cannot be shiny at this time, unfortunately. For Step 2, you'll need to catch a Grass-type Pokemon, take a snapshot of a Grass-type Pokemon, and send a gift to a friend. For catching a Grass-type Pokemon, like I said before, it is very easy. There are plenty of Turtwig spawning. Once you catch a Turtwig, make sure to go into your inventory and take a snapshot of it to finish the other task. And for sending a gift to a friend, it's very self-explanatory. Just send a gift to one of your friends. If you happen to have a Niantic Kids account, which cannot add friends or send gifts, please make sure you get that turned on in the parents portal. It should just be a flick of a switch. If you need friends, feel free to post your friend code in the comments below or in my Discord. I'm sure people will add you and you'll be able to finish this without an issue. Once you finish these tasks, you'll be rewarded with 5 Raspberries, 500 Stardust, and an encounter with a Combee, which cannot be shiny. Once you catch the Combee, you can move on to the final set of rewards for this step, which is 1 Raspberry, 2 Pineapple Berries, and an encounter with a Grottle, which cannot be shiny. For Step 3, you'll need to make 3 nice throws, hatch an egg, and catch a Fighting-type Pokemon. For making 3 nice throws, this is very self-explanatory and very easy. Just make 3 nice throws. If you have any problems aiming, I'd recommend clicking on bigger Pokemon, which have bigger catch circles. This shouldn't be an issue though. For hatching an egg, right now hatch distance is halved, so I'd recommend a 2-kilometer egg, and if you have a super incubator, use that. It would be even faster. And for catching a Fighting-type Pokemon, there are Krogunk spawning, so that is pretty easy. Also, I think there's still Sock and Throw spawning in the wild, depending on where you are. After you finish these tasks, you'll be rewarded with a Magnetic Lure, 500 Stardust, and an encounter with a Bronzor, which can be shiny. Once you catch the Bronzor, you can move on to the final set of rewards for this step, which is 1 Pineapple Berry, 2 Raspberries, and an encounter with a Monferno, which cannot be shiny. For Step 4, you'll need to earn a candy walking with your buddy, catch a Ground-type Pokemon, and catch a Water-type Pokemon. For earning a candy walking with your buddy, I'd recommend a Pokemon which only has a 1-kilometer candy distance, such as Magikarp. For catching a Ground-type Pokemon, this is in my opinion the hardest task in this whole special research, because there are only 2 Ground-type evolution lines in the Sinnoh region. The Gible line, which I mean good luck finding one of those in the wild, and the Hippopotas line, which are spawning but not at a boosted rate. So this is going to be difficult, I'm not going to lie to you. I'd recommend either using the lure you got in the previous step at a Pokestop in the hopes of getting a Ground-type, trying to find a Team Go Rocket member which has Ground-type Pokemon, or, and this is what I did, getting to rank 4 PvP in the Go Battle League, which you can do in one day. It's very easy. All you need is like, I think 17 wins, or maybe even less, something like that. And you get to rank 4 and you get a guaranteed Stunfisk encounter on rank 4, which is a ground type, which this is what I did. And I think it will work for you too. It shouldn't be that hard to do. Look up some good PvP teams and you shouldn't have an issue getting through the first 4 ranks. And for catching a Water-type Pokemon, like before, there are plenty of Piplup spawning, so this should not be an issue. Once you finish these tasks, you'll be rewarded with 10 Great Balls, 500 Stardust, and an encounter with a Skorupi, which can be shiny. Once you catch the Skorupi, you can move on to the final set of rewards for this step, which is 1 Raspberry, 2 Pineapple Berries, and an encounter with a Prinplup, which cannot be shiny. For Step 5, you'll need to battle another trainer, use 3 berries to help catch Pokemon, and catch a Ghost-type Pokemon. For battling another trainer, you can either do this with your friends, over remote play, or in the Go Battle League. Either one will count, as long as you finish the battle. You need to either win or lose the battle. You cannot just start a battle and then leave. It will not count. For using 3 berries to help catch a Pokemon, very easy. Just use whatever berry you prefer. If you want a If you want more candies, use a pineapple. If you want easier catch, use a raspberry. If you want to be special, use the nanabberry. This is very easy. And for catching a ghost-type Pokemon, I don't know why they keep adding this stupid task every week. I hate it so much. There are Drifloons spawning in the wild, but not at a boosted rate. Drifloon is also in Tier 1 raids, so you have that option as well. It's doable, but you won't find a ghost-type fast, unfortunately, most likely. Once you finish these tasks, you'll be rewarded with 1 Charged TM, 1 Sinnoh Stone, and 500 Stardust. Once you claim these rewards, you can move on to the final set of rewards for this step, which is 1 Pineapple Berry, 2 Raspberries, and an encounter with a Drifloon. Hey, that would have been handy a couple seconds ago. But on the bright side, Drifloon can be shiny. For step 6, you need to catch a Steel-type Pokemon, take a snapshot of a Steel-type Pokemon, and give your buddy 3 treats. For catching a Steel-type Pokemon, Clink is spawning in Tier 1 raids. You can solo it very easy. Other than that, I'd recommend using a magnetic lure at a Pokestop in the hopes of getting a Steel-type Pokemon. Luckily though, once you catch the Steel-type Pokemon, you can just take a snapshot of it, and that will finish the other task for you. Giving your buddy 3 treats is very easy, just 3 berries, wherever you have laying around. Shouldn't be an issue. Once you finish these tasks, you'll be rewarded with 10 Ultra Balls, 500 Stardust, and an encounter with the Hippopotas, which can be shiny. Once you catch the Hippopotas, you can move on to the final set of rewards for this step, which is 1 Raspberry, 2 Pineapple Berries, and an encounter with a Shieldon, which cannot be shiny. For step 7, you need to evolve a Pokemon, earn a candy walking with your buddy, and catch an Ice-type Pokemon. For evolving a Pokemon, I'd recommend just using whatever Pokemon you have excess candy for. If you have any Weedles or Caterpies or Pidgeys or Wurmples, stuff like that, that only use 12 candy, I'd recommend using that before anything else and wasting more candy. But whatever you have excess candy of is good enough. It's an easy enough task. For earning a candy walking with your buddy, once again, use a Pokemon which only has a 1 kilometer candy distance, such as a Magikarp. And for catching an Ice-type Pokemon, there are Snover spawning in the wild. If you can't find a Snover, I'd also recommend using a Glacial Lure at a Pokestop and easily enough getting a Ice-type there. Once you finish these tasks, you'll be rewarded with a Glacial Lure, 500 Stardust, and an encounter with, oh my god, a Gibble. Oh my god. This Gibble is worth it. Everything else in this painful process has been worth it just for this Gibble. Thank you, Gibble. Bless you. And yes, Gibble can be shiny if you're lucky enough. Once you catch the Gibble, you can move on to the final set of rewards for this step, which is 1 Pineapple Berry, 2 Raspberries, and an encounter with an Abomasnow, which cannot be shiny. For step 8, you'll need to power up a Pokemon 3 times, make 3 great throws, and catch an Electric-type Pokemon. For powering up a Pokemon 3 times, like before, use a Pokemon with very low CP, or a Pokemon you need for PvP anyway, so you don't waste candy or Stardust. For making 3 great throws, once again, very easy, just make 3 great throws. If you have problems aiming, click on bigger Pokemon, and catch an Electric-type Pokemon is very easy. There are plenty of Pikachu with Lucario hats spawning for this event. Once you finish these tasks, you'll be rewarded with 1 Star Piece, 1 Fast TM, and 500 Stardust. Once you claim these rewards, you can move on to the final set of rewards for this step, which is 1 Raspberry, 2 Pineapple Berries, and an encounter with a Shinx, which can be shiny. For step 9, like with the previous weeks, there are actually no tasks to complete. All you need to do is claim your rewards, which are 3,000 experience each for a total of 9,000 experience. Once you claim all 3, you can move on to the final set of rewards for this step and for the special research, which is 10 rare candies and an encounter with the Cresselia that knows Grass Knot. And the Cresselia can be shiny as a 1 in 20 chance. And there we have it. We have caught the Cresselia, and we have finished the Sinnoh Throwback Challenge Special Research. If you're like me and have finished all 4 Special Researches at this point, you are now eligible for the Champion Throwback Challenge Special Research, which will be taking place next week. Unfortunately, if you have not completed all 4 of these Special Researches, you will not be eligible for the Champion Throwback Challenge, so sorry about that. Like with the previous weeks, if you folks are experiencing any issues with this challenge, please let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to try and help you out. I can't make any promises, but I will do my best to try and help. Thank you all so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It is the best way to help this channel grow, and it is always greatly appreciated. Also, if you have time, make sure to check out my social medias, my Twitch, my Twitter, my Discord, and my Facebook. All the links are down in the description below. That is all I have for you today, so thank you again so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, trainers.